Rickey Smiley Morning Show, the most funny in the morning. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Just another day that the Lord has made. Let us rejoice and be glad in it. God is good all the time, and all the time God is good. The one and only Dr. Pastor Frederick Douglass Haynes, the senior pastor of Friendship West Missionary Baptist Church, Dallas, Texas. Pastor Haynes, I know you got a good word this morning.
Oh, thank you so much, Rickey Smiley. It's a day for us to have joy. Joy, God's great joy. Listen, there's a line in that song by the great Georgia Mass Choir where it talks about how late in the midnight hour I talk to my God and God gives me joy, joy in my soul. Listen, midnight is a metaphor for going through a dark place in your life. And all of us have been there in that dark place where you feel discouraged, in that dark place where you feel distressed, even depressed, in that dark place where you are attacked by anxiety, in that dark place, you are experiencing the midnight hour. But here's what Georgia Mass says: late in the midnight hour, that's when you talk to God, and God, watch this, in the midst of midnight will bless you with a brand new day. I like that because midnight, of course, is not only signaling darkness, but it's signaling the beginning of something that is brand new. A new day is on the way. That is a source of joy, and that's what I'm giving to everyone this morning. And that is, even if you're in the midnight hour, just recognize in the darkness, God can birth a brand new day. In the darkness, God can give you a new beginning. In the darkness, God is writing the next chapter. In the darkness, God said, it's dark, but I'm not done. So you can have joy down in your soul. There it is, and I'm done. And that is joy in your soul signifies the fact that joy is something that's on the inside, regardless of what's going on with you on the outside. So yes, on the outside, things may be rough, but on the inside, you are still rejoicing. On the inside, you still have the strength to carry on. On the inside, your spirit is still uplifted in the midst of what's trying to drag you down, because joy is what God gives you on the inside. So you go ahead and have an enjoyable day. Go ahead and rejoice. Go ahead and recognize you got joy down in your soul, even in your midnight hour.
I know that's right, Pastor Haynes. That's a good word this morning. Let everybody know how they can find your sermons and how you can be reached.
Hey, thank you, Rickey Smiley. My sermons are indeed on YouTube. My YouTube channel is Frederick Haynes, and you can check out my sermons on our website, friendshipwest.org. And, of course, I'm on social media, Instagram and Twitter at FH Unscripted.
There it is. All right, Pastor Haynes, love you, man.
Love you, Ricky. You have a great day.
Hey, you too. Let's go.
News headlines,
entertainment, sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, 14 minutes after the hour. Maria, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, RSMS family. Here's your Thursday headlines. The nation's COVID public health emergency officially ends today. Now, that doesn't mean that COVID has disappeared. However, COVID will be treated like any other transmissible disease as far as the federal government is concerned, meaning no more free testing and treatment for all. In other news, Ricky, an Army sergeant who was convicted of murdering a protester at a Black Lives Matter rally in 2020 has been sentenced to 25 years in prison. Daniel Perry shot Garrett Foster at a rally in Austin, Texas, held 2 months after the death of George Floyd. Texas Governor Greg Abbott has already publicly said he wants to pardon Perry. I'm Maria Moore, and that's a quick look at news. For more on these stories and other headlines, visit RickeySmileyMorningShow.com. Rock T, what's going on in sports?
Well, I'm about to tell you, man, the Golden State Warriors stay alive to force a Game 6 with the Lakers. Steph Curry doing Steph Curry things, but Draymond Green said, listen, don't forget, I can still get buckets if I need to for my team. He dropped 20 points, man. Anthony Davis did leave the game midway through the fourth quarter. Did not return after an accidental elbow to the head. No word if he's going to be available for Game 6. I'm going to tell you this right now. If he doesn't play, the Lakers are done. You know what I'm saying? As I expected, the Knicks survived Game 5 and beat Miami. They led by Jalen Brunson's 38 points. He played the entire game. The first team All-NBA team has been announced. Joel Embiid, Jason Tatum, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Luka Doncic, and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander from Oklahoma City. That boy is a monster. If y'all ain't never heard of that dude, check him out. It's my quick sports report right there. Gary with the T. What's up, Mike?
All right, y'all. He was abruptly fired on April the 24th. Y'all remember that date? CNN anchor Don Lemon, y'all, after 17 years of service, was abruptly fired. Well, now it's being reported, y'all, that this man may land on his feet. It's being reported, y'all, that Elon Musk, y'all, may become the destination of fired cable star Don Lemon. They say, honey, Elon offered him a job. Told him, honey, he could come on here and work for him, honey, him and Tucker Carlson, because, you know, Elon owns Twitter and what have you. He said Don could come create his own show, do what he needs to do, freedom of speech, honey. He said it will be a great match. So they're saying that
this is Elon Musk is.
Yeah, but honey, he said, but Don haven't responded yet, though. But he's offering millions and millions of dollars, and you know they're saying, honey, you know who knows where Don may land up here. So he's gonna have a job somewhere.
He got to deal with BET.
What thing?
I thought he got to deal with BET for $50 million.
Who?
Don Lee, didn't they report that last week? Or week before last?
$50 million, BET?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't get that story. I don't know, but honey, I know.
It's BET in the middle of being bought, though, isn't it?
That's what I said, but yeah, they offered him a deal. Somebody offered him a deal.
Really? Well, we're going to see where Don lands, but congratulations to him, honey. He could go ahead and continue vacationing, selling the 7 Seas, honey, and his money may be coming in soon.
All
so
right.
we're going to see where Don lands. All right, the color today is one of my favorite colors. My color today, y'all, is rosewood. On the high end, you say rosewood, and on the low end, you say beautiful pinkish brown, y'all. That's your color for today. Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot. So hot
You can catch me at the hot spot. It's the BR18.
All right, 29 after the hour, y'all. Time for the hot spot. Sitting in for the brat this morning. Rockeezy, Fasheezy, my kneesy. What up, Rock?
Always keeping it so breezy. Appreciate that, dog. Beyonce kicked off her highly anticipated Renaissance tour last night in Stockholm's Friends Arena. According to Billboard, the singer performed all 16 of her Renaissance tracks, 3 songs from her 2003 Dangerously in Love, 3 songs from her 2006 B-Day, 1 song from her 2008's I Am Sasha Fierce, 5 songs from her 2011's 4, 3 songs from her 2013's Beyonce, and 2 from 2016's Lemonade, and many more. She also performed some Destiny Child hits and a song from Lion King, The Gift album. We forget how many solo albums she has. Is that 6 solo albums I just named?
Yeah.
Sound like 7.
That's a lot.
It didn't seem like she had that many solos, but man, she's doing her thing. The tour will continue throughout Europe until July 9th, and we'll head to the United States, starting with Philadelphia's Lincoln Financial Field and making stops in Chicago, East Rutherford, New Jersey, Atlanta, Houston, and many more before concluding September 27th at the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans. Reports say that Jamie Foxx's close friends and family hoping for the best when it comes to this condition, but they're preparing for the worst. According to Radar Online, Fox has been in the Atlanta hospital for the past month after suffering a medical emergency. A source said Jamie's people are saying he's doing okay and improving while doctors try to get to the bottom of his problems. But we wouldn't be in the hospital this long if we had anything to do with being okay, said a source. TMZ is reporting that friends and family are flying in town, which is usually not a good sign. But we are continuing to send prayers and love for a full recovery. Has anybody else heard anything from Jamie Foxx's people?
Keeping it tight.
No,
They keeping it tight.
Yeah, real tight.
Man, let's continue to pray for our brother.
Oh, man.
Yeah, man. Last but not least, Rihanna and A$AP Rocky's baby boy name has been revealed. According to the Daily Mail, Riri and Rocky named their son RZA Athelston Mayers after Wu-Tang Clan member the RZA. That's kind of dope.
What, the RZA?
RZA.
RZA.
Okay.
RZA. Yes. No comments?
No, go, man.
There it is, man.
It's all right.
That's my sport. That's my report. That's the hot spot right there. Special K got news you absolutely
What we
cannot
supposed
use.
to say behind RZA?
Hey, man, y'all's opinions on the name.
We trying to be,
What?
Well, you know, we can't talk about we
can't say nothing.
at you.
You can give
But
me
we
a-
nervous about saying something.
yeah, you can't say nothing about nothing.
I think that's a cool name, RZA. Yeah.
Yeah, we like RZA.
It's dope, yeah.
There it is. All right, Special K, you got your news you cannot use coming up next, dog. On the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
I believe him, yo. I don't know why, but I do.
All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. It is 12 before the top of the hour, y'all. Special K got news your positivity absolutely cannot use. What up, K?
All right, what up, Ricky? Let's get some house cleaning out the way. This weekend is the last weekend for the Royal Comedy Tour. Y'all make sure y'all go to my Instagram, Special K913, to get information for the shows in Raleigh and Macon, Georgia. Ticketmaster.com for the Royal Comedy Tour. All right, so this morning the ayes have it. Ignorant, ill-informed, and immature, like I promised. Today's news you can't use is sponsored by the riddle of the day. The answer is 2.5 men, Ricky. 2.5 men.
Wow, what's the question?
What do you see when you, Rock T, and Gary walk out the studio?
Wow. Gary?
Child, please, honey. He wish he was me walking out the studio with y'all.
It's also sponsored by the Man Up Erectile Dysfunction Pill with a slogan is stronger than Viagra or Cialis. It gives men hope if you feel like you've been trying to shoot pool with a rope. So,
oh, wow.
That's not easy to do.
Yeah, no.
Maria, and what's the slogan again?
Yeah, the slogan is stronger than Viagra or Cialis. It gives men hope if you feel like you in bed trying to shoot pool with a rope.
Ain't gonna work.
Ain't gonna work. All right, so in fat people, you can't say fat people. You can't say fat people. In big people news, our friend Shedrick, who's on the new season of My 600-Pound Life, has struck gold, and I'm happy for him, with a brand new website called snacktracker.com. It's a site that alerts big people, to new upcoming snacks before they come public. This week, he says the big news is the following. They got new oatmeal pies from Little Debbie filled with strawberry, butter pecan, blueberry, and lemon flavored cream. So look forward to that. Also, they got microwavable zebra cakes stuffed with Oreo cookies. That's going to be coming out. Dunkin' Donuts apparently has a new grape Kool-Aid flavored coffee.
Oh,
wow.
And there's a new Twinkie stuffed with crab meat. So look forward to that.
Oh.
Hey, Rock, after seeing success and massive amounts of money generated online by OnlyFans pages for celebs like Cardi B and others, let's see, there's a new version out now for people who love the Lord, Ricky. Yeah, the OnlyFans Holy version, where you can log on and watch your favorite gospel stars like Erica Campbell, Kim Burrell, and the Clark sisters wearing form-fitting yet tasteful and appropriate outfits as they read scripture, sing hymns, and pray seductively for $4.99 a minute. You can also watch Pastor Freddie Haynes lead prayer wearing a tight white tank top and basketball shorts with a herringbone chain.
Don't do that, man. And it's a fans only what?
It's an OnlyFans Holy version. So you can watch your favorite gospel stars doing gospel things in seductive yet tastefully appropriate outfits.
Right.
Finally, an LGBTQ event in Texas last week or sometime recently disappointed fans who were gathered to see a fashion show hosted by Gary with the T, our very own Gary with the T. When the curtains came up and, apparently Whitney Houston's mother, Sissy, came out. Apparently there was a mix-up in the contract because the group didn't want Sissy Houston. They said they wanted a sissy from Houston.
Wait a minute.
Oh, that's not.
Wait, let me go back to what happened now again.
So they had a fashion show and the curtain came up and Sissy Houston walked out to host the show.
Yeah.
But there was a mix-up in the contract because the group didn't want Sissy Houston. They said they needed a sissy from Houston. Yeah.
Honest mistake.
Yeah. Reading is fundamental, people. Reading is fundamental. One starts with a C, one starts with an S. That's very important, people. Very important. So, follow me on Instagram at Special K913. Get information on where you can see me this weekend.
Baby.
Yeah.
The queens are doing it all the time.
Even Gary like that.
Hold it. He's half man, half woman.
It's Gary. I wanna hip you to the T.
It's Gary, baby.
Gary.
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning, America. Good morning to you. It's Thursday, a beautiful, beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news. Ricky, I cried last night when I saw this story, honey, what your frat brother did to his daughter. But you know what? Things happen. Now, it's being reported, y'all, that Beyonce and her beautiful father, y'all, Mr. Matthew Knowles, we all know, are alleged that they have had a strained relationship, y'all, since Matthew divorced the beautiful Miss Tina Beyonce Knowles, honey. Now, they're saying since then, Beyonce has kept an arm's distant relationship from her daddy. Now, they're saying yesterday, honey, Matthew Knowles went on social media, honey, and it's being reported that he appeared, y'all, to shade, honey, the beautiful Beyonce by playing into decades-old rumors about Beyonce's intellectual capacity. Now, they're saying, y'all, that, you know how we was hearing rumors that Beyonce is extremely talented. They say, but she was, and may not be the brightest bulb, Ricky. Now, they're saying no one ever confirmed those rumors, but Beyonce, they say Beyonce is very guarded, honey, not allowing anyone, just only her longtime friends and as close friends into her inner circle. Well, yesterday, honey, they say Matthew Knowles threw a bit of fuel on the fire. Now, when they asked, honey, somebody asked Matthew, y'all, to compliment Beyonce, honey, explain that Beyonce was always extremely focused on her music. But Bae's estranged dad, y'all, they say he couldn't leave well enough alone, and he had to keep going. So, according to Matthew Knowles, he said, as parents, we didn't need for her, honey, to be an expert or passionate about anything or everything. She faced challenges in math, for example, but as long as she did her best, honey, and focused on her musical passion, we were happy. Unquote.
Intelligence is overrated when you that fine.
Right.
Honestly, I don't need her to help me with my SAT. Look.
Hey, man.
Preach, sir. Preach, sir.
Preach, sir.
When you as fine as Beyonce, don't nobody care how smart you are. Don't nobody care if you know how to do algebra.
She know how to count them checks.
Come on,
Ricky, you and I both experienced that through challenges with math. How could he say that to about his daughter? In essence, honey, they say that's probably
everybody didn't make good grades. A lot of us artists wasn't good in certain classes. That's why we good at what we do. We are artists. I don't know no whole bunch of artists that made straight A's, good in academics. We was in the fine arts. We don't care. We didn't study. We didn't apply. So too busy trying to play the piano and learn how to play the trumpet and listen to music or
tell jokes,
or football or something. Tell jokes, yeah.
Well, that may be so, though. She's doing all that, but, honey, that means she could be robbed blind. Somebody could be stealing from her, taking all the money. Jay-Z could be taking the money. That's why he a billionaire and she not one. You don't know that, so I don't like that, honey. You don't, and your daddy shouldn't be out there saying nothing like that about his daughter, saying that, honey, she was challenged and stuff in math. They already were talking about Beyonce and stuff like that. I don't like that, honey. He could have kept his mouth closed.
Well, at least she was smart enough to fire him as her manager.
Huh? Nah. See there? She did that, baby.
Sounds like he's a little salty if he did say that. Like,
oh, I feel so bad for Beyonce. I wish my daddy would have said something like that about me.
That's still her daddy, and she says she loves her daddy. They just don't do good business together. So
yeah, well, she said she was challenged. So we're gonna keep Beyonce lifted up in our prayers, honey. Hopefully everything goes well with her, that she gets it together.
You managed to slide that in at the last. Wow, man, gone.
In other celebrity news, y'all, 73-year-old legendary singer baby Lionel Richie, y'all, they say he's being praised across social media, y'all, for still having a pretty youthful appearance, y'all, after his performance at King Charles ceremony earlier this week. Well, now, honey, they're saying that the singer seems to have been able to defy the effects of time, y'all. They said, honey, that Lionel Richie claims, y'all, that he has never had any form of plastic surgery.
A lie.
Girl.
That was a lie.
I don't believe Lionel Richie said that, honey. He said he ain't never had no plastic surgery, honey. He got this new woman, honey. Got him a 33-year-old woman, honey. And he said he just moisturized. And
Joe Biden need to stop them lies.
Come on now,
Cocoa
butter. Well, that face done been pulled back like a girl with short hair trying to do a ponytail. That face done been pulled, snatched, yoked up.
Well, Lionel Richie said, honey, he said, now, you know, he's dating a Swiss Caribbean model. Her name is Miss Lisa Perigi, and they're saying he prefers to focus on water, sleep, and sweat, honey. Not too much red meat. That's why he looks so good, child. So, congratulations to Lionel Richie. I don't think he had no plastic surgery neither, honey. He probably just, you know, like you said, drink a lot of water. He's sleeping. He don't eat no red meat, honey. So
Lionel Richie looks like he's still 33.
Okay. With the who is he with the what was that?
Commodores.
The Commodores, honey. Oh, I love the Commodores.
Tuskegee's own member of Alpha Phi Alpha.
All right, so there you have it. So he did not have plastic surgery. So y'all saying his face looked tight? It ain't tight, honey. His skin is just beautiful, and he moisturized.
Beats.
Right.
The color today, honey, is one of my favorite colors. My color today, y'all, is rosewood. On the high end, you say rosewood, and on the low end, you say beautiful pinkish brown. That's your color for today.
All right, y'all give it up for Gary with the T. All right, Rickey Smiley Morning Show, time for the wake up call. 8669 Rickey, here we go.
Wake up, wake up, wake up. It's time to get yourself together. Cause he woke you up this morning, slid you in your house shoes, so it be better. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Encourage each other and be productive. The Rickey Smiley Morning Show, wanna know where you calling from, so come on and tell us and just wake up.
This is Carson from Columbia, South Carolina. I want to wake up my mom, my sister, and my dad, and my whole family. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Good morning. This is Cynthia from Lake Mary, Florida, saying wake up, wake up, wake up to my Rickey Smiley and all of Florida. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
To all my Aggies throughout the country. Aggie pride. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Good morning. I like to say wake up to my husband, Jeffrey Bass from Terry Bass in Irvington, New Jersey. Wake up, wake up.
What's up? This is Aaron D. Brown calling from Oak Cliff. I like to send a wake-up call to every security guard with his head down when it's time to change post right now. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
Radio, it's a whole gang of cities tuned in, lock in. What's yours? Cause we gon' let them know. Come on, Charleston, wake up. Baton Rouge, wake up. Tallahassee said, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Come on, Montgomery, wake up. Columbus, wake up. In Albany, wake up. Wake up, wake up, wake up.
All right, this segment is being brought to you by...
Tune into the Black Health 365 podcast, where we discuss healthcare disparities within the Black community. Listen wherever you get your podcast.
All right, y'all, I got a prank phone call coming up next by Roy D. By God Mercer. Coming up next there, how big a boy are you? Rickey Smiley Morning Show, you got darn right. Rickey Smiley Morning Show, chicken and waffle mix going down with John Lyon on the ones and twos. What up, John?
I'm good, man. You don't know just how to wake the city up real quick. And, of course, you'll make sure hit me up on the gram at JAH Lion Zone.
JAH Lion Sound, John Lyon on the ones and twos, chicken and waffle mix, man. Appreciate you, baby boy.
Yeah, but my pleasure, Rickey.
Yes, sir. Black Tony, good morning. What's up, man?
Yo, I can't come. Look. Hey, look, I'm trying to. I can't be there this morning. I'm just letting you know right now. Not gonna make it this morning.
Come to work? Can you just come to work, man, like everybody else?
Cause I'm trying to get me a different job right now. I'm trying to elevate my life right now. I'm trying to get me a different job. I didn't apply. I can't resign until I get a new job. So I can't. Who quit that job and they ain't got a new job yet? I'm trying to get a new job.
Come to work and find. Just come to work.
I was going to come this morning, but I got to wait. I got to wait by the phone because I'm waiting on Pastor Haynes to call me back. I'm waiting on Pastor Haynes to call me.
Man, bro, don't put Pastor Haynes in that.
No, I applied for a job over there at his church and at Bishop Joseph Walker Church and at E. Smith Church. I applied at, what's the other one name?
Dr. Davidson in Florida.
Yeah, I applied for him too. I'm trying to be an associate pastor. And I put in my application. Yeah.
Yeah, Dr. Marcus Davidson, man, I think he'll let you sit up there on the pulpit.
Nah, I'm trying to be out there for real, son. My cousin finna bring me a suit over here. I'm gonna take a picture of me in my suit, sitting down with a suit on, so they can see that I look like.
You got to have a clergy license.
I shot it, man. Ain't nobody trying to do all that. I'm just trying to be a associate pastor. Because I heard, don't you get commission on the tithes? They pay you commission if you get people to tithe more money. I think you get a commission. Because if I get like a 2%, a 3% commission, they said that's where they pay you a little bit of money based on how many folks you get to put in tithe.
Yeah, but the pastor does that, but like you might have to start your own church for that.
I called Pastor Haynes. I done left 17 voicemail overnight. Can you please call me back in the morning? So I'm waiting by the phone for him to call me to see is he gonna bring me let me do this. Hold on.
A what?
Hold on. Hey, Sonny, you gotta take that elephant outside.
What you doing with an elephant?
Take the elephant outside, cuz I'm on the phone with Rick. My uncle, you know, he a crackhead. He done brought a baby elephant in here. Hey, I think it's hungry, Sonny. Hey, Shawty, what do you feed elephants?
Peanuts.
Rick.
Try peanuts, Tony.
Ain't nobody got no damn peanut.
You say you cook the elephant some grits?
Damn. Take the elephant outside. Cut, take the elephant outside. I'm talking to Rick on the radio right now.
Hey, Black Tony.
Huh?
Hey, what did you feed the elephant?
I just gave him some bacon. I gave him some bacon and some tuna. We had some tuna fish in. Hey, get some more of that tuna fish and give it to him. I think he mad, Shawty. You can't.
Hey, what the elephant mama?
Huh?
Black Tony, what the elephant mama at?
She out there with him. It's two of them out there. Hold on.
Hey, y'all get some.
Take them outside. Shawty, you can't leave them damn elephants in where they gotta go to the bathroom. Ain't nobody finna clean that up. That might not be his mama, because now they doing it. Oh, Lord. Nah, that ain't his mama, because they doing it, no. That must be, Hey, cuz, I got to go. I'm going to call y'all back. So I got to deal with these damn elephants on the back porch.
Hold it. He's half man, half woman. It's Gary. I want to hip you to the T. It's Gary, baby.
All right, 6 minutes after the hour, Gary has the tea and the Kahlua today. What up, Gary?
Good morning, Ricky. Good morning to you. It's Thursday, a beautiful, beautiful day in the neighborhood. And here's what's happening in celebrity news, y'all. Ice-T is speaking out, and I think what he said, he should have kept his mouth closed. But anyway, it's being reported out that Ice-T said that he feels closer, y'all, to Chanel than his other kids. Now, they're saying Ice-T admits, y'all, that he feels closer to his youngest daughter, Chanel, than he does to his other children. Now, he sat down with Damon John, y'all, for Chad Honey, and he said, Chanel's birth made me want to live forever. It made me create new goals, cuz, honey, you got bread. You can start slowing down. But nah, he said, not that new baby. He said that new baby, and it's the best gift I could ever get. He said, I think the difference with Chanel and my other kids is I'm very conscious of this baby. He said, like I had my daughter when I was in high school. I was ripping and running. He said, so I was present, not over. He said, I was present over presence. And he said, I wasn't there, you know. He said, my son Ice, he said, happened right when I was becoming Ice-T, you know. He said, honey, I had never been famous before, so this was a whole new thing, so I'm distracted by that. He said, by contrast with Chanel, I'm comfortable. I'm in a cruise pattern. He said, I was there when Coco was pregnant. I was in the hospital, and Chanel still sleeps in the bed with her. You know, he said, so far, he said, I'm connected more to her than the other kids. I don't like that. Why do y'all parents say stuff like that? I mean, you got kids, you may have had kids from your first relationship, now you got kids from a second relationship, and you making like this second family is so much better than the first family because you was ripping and running and stuff.
I don't think that's what he's saying. I
That's
think
what
that
he
he
said.
was young and he just was maybe immature, and now he has money, he's more established, he's more mature, and he can be present, he's more aware of the blessing of the child.
I can definitely, as a parent, I can definitely understand what he was saying about feeling more connected with the one that he was there with from birth to whatever age she is now. It doesn't mean he loves that child more, but you love your children differently when you have those different levels
so
of
Ricky,
connection.
what do you say about that?
Yeah, I mean, he's closer to this particular baby because he's slowed down. He at home doing the Pampers, doing the day-to-day. He wasn't able to do the day-to-day with the older, so that's going to naturally make you a little bit closer, and you develop a certain kind of bond that you didn't have with the other kids because you was on the road working and touring, but that don't mean that he loved them any less.
No, it doesn't
make any sense.
No, I understand what you're saying, but we're in a society now. You been said that, they didn't like me. Look at what Brian McKnight going through and all this other stuff. All these men, honey, just saying all this stupid stuff publicly.
There's a big difference. Brian McKnight was borderline abusive, emotionally abusive. I think Ice-T clarified it really well when he said what he said.
Yeah, well, he shouldn't have said that then, because how do you think the kids feel? Well, yeah, Dad always was closer to Chanel. I have 3 families, and I asked my one of my sisters, I said, how do you feel? Because we grew up with Daddy and you didn't. You know, even though she she was with us, she would come visit us. My mama said she taught me how to walk and stuff, and she was with us when we was growing up. But I mean, that's just something you think about, because here you don't have, your dad, and it's making me want to cry. But anyway,
as a parent, you have to be sensitive to the older kids' feelings and make sure that you communicate with them what you said. But I think as they get older, they understand that too.
Yeah, well, just some things you shouldn't say publicly. Just keep it to yourself. Because when these kids look at it as, adults, well, they still feel, well, we always knew you liked her more than you liked us and stuff like that, so it's just, I just think he should have shut up. But anyway.
A good sit down, have a good one-on-one conversation with your older kids and, and explain that. I think that'll resolve the issue.
Yeah.
I've had to do that with my kids, with my older kids.
Yeah.
Having, another set of kids like 10 years after my first set, it made me realize, wow, I could have done way more when I was, in my early 20s, for my kids. Because it was just a different time, a different level of maturity. Yeah. But I see your point.
Yeah. All right, moving on in other celebrity news, y'all. It's being reported that there are workers being seen at Jamie Foxx's Agora Hills mansion. Now, they're saying, y'all, that Jamie Foxx's 18,000 square foot mega mansion, honey, sits on 40 acres in Agora Hills, California. Now, they're saying multiple cars, y'all, were spotted arriving and departing the 10-bedroom, 12-bathroom mansion, which is surrounded by horse farms in Los Angeles County. Now, according to Backgrid, they're saying construction workers are renovating Jamie's property. They're saying a pile of lumber is stacked outside near a crane, and workmen, y'all, are seeing moving, honey, about on the second level. Now, they're saying the increased activity at Jamie's palatial mansion may be a sign that he's being discharged from the hospital or the home is going on the market. Now, Jamie purchased this mansion back in 2006 for $10 million. Now, they're saying access to the property is guarded gate entrance up a long, winding driveway that opens up, y'all, to a courtyard with a fountain. And they're saying the lavish home boasts a 20-car garage, a landscape pool with cabana, sauna, spa, and a guest house. They say it also has a viewing deck, enclosures for the guard dogs, and then a horse stable with corral. So they're saying that power is generated by massive solar panels on a hill, y'all, to the left of the main house. So, people are still speculating what's going on with Jamie. We don't know if he's going to be released from the hospital, if they're renovating the house or what have you, but nevertheless, this is what allegedly they're saying is going on at Jamie's palatial mansion in Agora Hills, California, y'all. So,
I just hope that he's getting better. I just hope and pray that he's getting better. He's young, talented, a dear friend of the morning show.
Yes.
And I just hope that he pulled through or whatever, because I'm just hearing different reports, that the families are preparing for the worst. And now I'm, hearing that, he's preparing to go home, all this kind of stuff. So I just hope and pray that he pulled through and he get back up and rolling.
All right. The Kahlua today is one of my favorite Kahluas. My Kahlua today is rosewood. On the high end, you say rosewood, and on the low end, you say beautiful pinkish brown. That's your Kahlua for today.
All right, y'all, give it up for Gary with the T.
Did you see that post?
People are talking.
Here's what's trending on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
All right, y'all, Rickey Smiley Morning Show. Hey, man, I want to give a big shout out to our affiliate, WKZJ 92.7, Columbus, Georgia. Good morning, everybody. This segment is being brought to you by
Britt and Jackie welcome clinical dietitian Jessica Wilson as they candidly discuss eating disorders, food deserts, and public health information in Black communities. Listen to the Black Health 365 podcast. To listen, go to Apple Podcasts or urban1podcast.com.
Big ass teeth mess you up on them.
Choppers.
That's all right, baby.
That was terrible.
Boy, that's a lot of consonants. No vowels.
It was very professional, Gary.
Thank you, Maria.
Hey, Kate.
No, sir, that was
no vowels.
not an A, E, I, O, or U in there.
None.
That ain't nothing but the devil, baby, honey. I am not going to
money back for that commercial. All right, y'all, a lot of folks. A lot of folks already booked flights in their summer vacations. Hopefully to my birthday beach blowout, August the 11th through the 13th in Daytona Beach. So today we're going to be talking about some of the things that irk your nerves when flying. Hit us up now at 866-9-RICKEY.
Now, you know that we fly a lot, man. We fly a lot. Like in a month, we might take 8 or 9 flights or more. And when I tell you that we see people doing all types of kind of crazy stuff on planes, and they have no idea that what they're doing is wrong. So we thought it would be cool to talk to an actual flight attendant today. This flight attendant is going to go by the alias of Sparkle, all right, to talk about the do's and don'ts of flying.
All right, let's go. We got on the phone. All right, Miss Sparkle, good morning.
Good morning, Ricky. How are you?
we are happy to have you. So we're not going to disclose your airline. You know, we don't want you to lose your job. Welcome to the Rickey Smiley Morning Show. You know, y'all got you and Special K got a list of do's and don'ts for air travel. Y'all, welcome to the show again. Y'all ready?
Yeah. Hey, Sparkle. So we talked about this. I'm gonna run through some of the don'ts, and I'm gonna let you kind of elaborate on it from the perspective
why you
of a flight
use
attendant.
a stripper name for the flight attendant?
Because I just like that name, Sparkle. I don't know why.
Yeah.
I just like that name. I can't get off of it.
You're gonna have people on the plane throwing money at the flight attendant.
I tell you. Well, that's not always a bad thing. So some of the don'ts are trying to bring on extra bags as a carry-on, not knowing or respecting your seat assignments, rushing to get from the back to the front of the plane after landing, and getting up to go to the bathroom before takeoff and landing. So can you elaborate on a couple of those things and some of the things that irritate y'all as flight attendants?
Yes, those are perfect points that you made. The first thing I want to say is when you get on the plane, acknowledge the flight attendant. A lot of times we say, good morning, how are you? And we just get ignored. But then you ask us for things. Can I get this? Can I get that? Or you demand things.
Oh, yeah.
We hate that. Just like a little acknowledgement, like, hi, how is your day going? Because a lot of times we might have had a medical emergency that day, or anything could have happened. It's so many things, so many moving parts when it comes to travel and flying and keeping you guys safe. That's our number one priority, is keeping the customer safe. A lot of times people think we're just there to serve snacks. No, we're not just there to serve snacks. If that plane goes down, we are your first response. So it's our job to get you off that plane in case anything happens. That's our first priority. So we ask that you don't have excessive drinking before boarding, because we see a lot of passengers that drink excessively before they board, and sometimes the gate agents aren't supposed to let them on the plane, but they end up, letting them on the plane because they have so many people rushing to the counter and asking questions, and sometimes they slip past the cracks and then they come on the plane drunk.
Now, what about the people? What about the people who go to who decide that they need to go to the bathroom three seconds before takeoff?
Oh, yes. So we see that a lot. We see, please go to the bathroom before boarding the plane. And then if you have to use the bathroom, that's okay, but don't hold up the boarding process while trying to do it. And also they try to use the bathroom when we're about to land as well. So if they have an hour flight, then before you hear those double dings, make sure you use the bathroom, because those double dings that you hear when landing means we're about to land. So anytime you hear those double dings on me, that means we're about to land. So
Ms. Sparkle, what about people playing loud music in their phones that don't have earbuds? That's irritating as well.
Yes, that is irritating. Please put those headphones on. Even put them at a low volume, because sometimes the passengers can hear your music through your headphones, and that's annoying, especially if you're trying to go to sleep. That's annoying. And also,
can we give something to the flight attendants, Ms. Sparkle?
Yes, you can, and we do appreciate snacks, treats.
I just have one thing that I need flight attendants to do. You know, when Ms. Sparkle, when you fall asleep or whatever, wear some light sneakers, because man, the ones that wear those certain heels that walk back and forth, and it literally shake the seats. Like shake the rows and wake you up every single time they walk from the front to the back. They walk really, really hard. And I just don't think they just don't know. I don't think they're doing it intentionally. But when passengers are asleep, especially on those early morning flights or those red-eye flights or whatever, a nice light walk, some sneakers or something that's just not going to shake the chick. That's just me.
And going back to the courteousness, I think I hear people saying, hey, give me a Coke, or give me a Sprite, or give me some water, or give me some earplugs.
People are very demanding when it comes to travel.
Entitled.
Entitled. Thank you. They are, and they'll just, like he said, give me a Coke, give me something to drink. Can I have? Please and thank you goes a long way. So
I don't understand that because I always make eye contact with the flight attendant. I speak. I say, "How's your day?" I always ask
because
the
you
flight
know how to
attendant,
travel. Because you travel a lot. It's for those people who don't travel a lot. Like we have people that just will sit in any seat instead of the seat that they were assigned. So they'll sit, like, if you're in row 33 and you sit in row 2B, and we're like, and the person from 2B comes and they're trying to sit down and they're like, someone's in my seat. Ma'am, what seat are you supposed to be in? I don't know. Well, what does your ticket say? Oh, it says 33F. Okay, you're in 2B.
Get your butt
That's
up
a
there.
long walk. That's
Right.
a long walk.
But but in all fairness, we do have some airlines that you don't have a seat number. You just sit where.
Yeah, Southwest.
I was gonna say the name, but you know.
Yeah, that's riding the bus.
You know,
but you better get that early boarding pass where you can get that middle seat on that wing with no seat in front of it.
Yeah, man. So, Sparkle,
Yeah.
what do you do? What's your advice if someone falls asleep and accidentally leans over on you? Do you just kind of nudge your little shoulder like, get off me? Do you wake them up, or do you just kind of be a kind, courtesy neighbor and let them stay asleep on you?
Well, I've seen all of it. For example, my daughter, she's 19. She goes to sleep on people's shoulder all the time. And I said, well, you can't be sleeping on people's shoulder all the time. And she's like, well, they don't care. They don't wake me up. But I've had passengers sleep on my shoulder before, and I don't mind. As long as they're not snoring with stink breath, it's fine with me.
If they fine, it's okay. But if they look like one of them little M&Ms with them boots on.
What's the etiquette for somebody who has to go to the bathroom in it's not the number one, but it's the number two? What's the etiquette? Should they take a little thing of spray in there with them, because the flight attendant be sitting back there and they have to deal with that? Is that?
Oh yeah. If you know that you have one of those people that have to number two on the plane, then bring some little spray or something. Not any perfume, like some bathroom spray, because perfume enhances the boo-boo smell.
Okay, they don't have to. I have that Bed Bath and Beyond, that Body Works aromatherapy, and I have it. I keep it with me in my pocket, and I spray it a couple of times. I make sure my little area smells nice. I'm not going to deal with that on no flight.
Mm-mm. And you know what? People don't flush the toilets either, Ricky.
Oh my
God!
I believe you. I believe you.
So,
everybody don't have home training. I believe you.
And they walk on the plane with no shoes. So when you're walking to the bathroom with no shoes on, that the wet stuff on the floor is not water.
Oh yeah, you ain't got to tell me. It was one in Winn-Dixie back there, comfortable back there, sitting on the toilet with his shoes off in Winn-Dixie. In Winn-Dixie, I went back there to use the bathroom, and he back there like he at home with a newspaper and his shoes off on that wet, nasty floor. I said, "Who would?" You know,
Ricky,
I said something.
I wanted to point out.
I said, "Put your damn shoes on."
You said something too, dog.
Hell yeah, I said something. I said, "Sir, put your damn shoes on. You ain't at home." Cause I was getting ready to pay for my stuff anyway, so I walked straight down the aisle. And when I said that, I heard him pull the roll of toilet paper. I said, "Put your damn shoes on. You ain't at home with your nasty self." A black dude, I think he worked back there in the deli or something. At home.
Yes. Okay, we back on the plane now.
I'm going back up there today. Because I need to see his face. I think I know who it was.
Hey, let's get back on the plane now. Okay, Sparkle, you were about to say something?
Yeah, touching one of the flight attendants. We hate when passengers touch us. They always pull on us. Hey, can you throw this away? Or can you do this? Or, hey, try to get our attention. They'll pull on us. That's what the call light is for. If you need something, then just push the call light instead of tugging on us.
There you go.
Yeah, and where he get a newspaper from at that time of day?
Okay.
In Winn-Dixie. It had to be. And when the People magazine, because I know how the paper signed, then when I said what I said, he didn't say nothing, but he pulled the roll real hard. It went.
Got a little side.
Sparkle, this information has been so helpful. Thank you so much.
Thank
We
you,
really
guys.
appreciate
Thank
you.
guys
Hey, Sparkle.
Yes.
He poured a lot of toiletries. So your nasty self, put your damn shoes on.
Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
Welcome back to the quickest podcast ever, brought to you by Kohl's.
Today's topic, procrastination.
Leave it to me to last-minute shop for Mother's Day.
It snuck up on me, too. Luckily, Kohl's has gifts for under $50, like Sephora beauty favorites, comfy activewear, the latest tech.
Wow, not bad for the last minute.
Right? And I got an extra 15% off a little something for myself, too.
Yep, I'm convinced. Here I come, Kohl's.
Select styles. Sephora coupons and Kohl's Cash do not apply. Offer ends May 14th. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
Maytag month has got it going on. It's all you want with the savings all month long. Baby, can't you see? Maytag month is all you need. You know you can't go wrong when Maytag month is going on.
Upgrade to the performance you need on all Maytag major appliances during May is Maytag month, happening all month long.
Maytag month is going on. That's why I love her.
About the morning show, Jeff Johnson got 3 things you need to know. The time right now is about 13 before the top of the hour. Hey, what up, Jeff?
Hey, what up, Rick? What up, everybody? Good to be with you. Man, Rick, listen, I wonder if I even want to talk about this at all, but I think we have to just because it's politics of the day and we need to know what's going on. But the former president, Donald Trump, did a CNN town hall meeting last night in New Hampshire, and he was talking to 2024 Republican presidential, to Republican voters and undeclared voters who plan to vote in the 2024 election. And, man, he literally just started lying.
It was crazy.
And it was the most bizarre thing ever. It was almost like there was no break from the presidency, and he just, minutes into this thing, Rick, he's lying. He immediately goes into that the 2020 election was rigged, which we all know it has been proven over and over again in every state in the country that that's not the case, that there was not voter fraud of any kind that can be proven. And it just was crazy. He went on to talk about intelligence agents having an impact on the election on a 16-point difference as a result of a letter that was signed by former intelligence agents before the 2020 election that stated that the release of emails belonging to Joe Biden's son were actually sound or not. The January 6th stuff was the stuff that was craziest to me. Where he talked about Nancy Pelosi was responsible for security that day. And so it was her fault what happened.
Jeff, what about what he said about the abortion thing? I thought that was pretty outrageous. He said Democrats literally want to kill babies after they're born. They want to execute babies after they're born. Like, that's beyond. Like,
yeah, but it was, to me, the whole thing was that. He went on and on. It was just every single thing was. I haven't been able to pull up the stuff that talks, the whole fact checking piece that goes in on everything that he said and confirms whether it was wrong or not. But I just don't know how anybody who actually cares about any Americans, like I'm not talking about you loving liberals or you believing this or you care about people of color or any of that. Just anybody who cares about any American. I don't know how they can in good conscience think that this person is good for anybody. Did you watch the whole thing?
I watched the whole thing. Jeff, do you think that it legitimized? It's almost like CNN was trying to make him a legitimate person by putting him on a legitimate platform.
That's what we want because we want him to win the Republican nomination so he would lose in the general.
Exactly.
Yeah, there's that. But I don't think that you can delegitimize a former president even when they're nuts. So the bottom line is, CNN had a former president of the United States on. It's just so bizarre to you and me that he was ever the president. I think that's the thing. I think, is that what I hear you saying?
Exactly.
because
he's a lunatic. The man is a sociopath, a liar and he came off as a crazy person.
Yes, and he is still former president of the United States and going to be a presidential candidate in the GOP, which means that hopefully, I've always believed that I'd rather hear a liar in his own words than not give that person airplay and not hear the lies for ourselves. And that, for me, is what Trump did last night. It wasn't CNN proving that he's a viable candidate. It was Trump proving that he's not.
That's deep.
Good perspective.
Well, we definitely want him to get that nomination so he can lose in the general.
We hope so, y'all. Hit me at Jets Nation. Let me know what you all think. Love y'all, man. Have a good Thursday. I'll talk to you next week.
All right, love you, Jeff, man. Songs that'll stay in your head all day coming up next.
Rickey Smiley Morning Show, 11 minutes after the top of the hour. It is Mental Health Month, y'all, and the stigma is huge, especially in the black community. And according to the Mental Health Community Services Administration in 2019 report, 4.8 million black people reported having some form of mental illness. Maria.
Yeah, and I can believe that, Rock T. Now, the definition of mental illness is a wide range of conditions that affect mood, thinking, and behavior. So think about stuff like clinical depression, anxiety disorder, bipolar disorder, and PTSD.
Absolutely. So our next guest has written a book about encouraging others to keep pushing past whatever they are going through and advocates for black folks to take control of their mental health and seek help. Welcome to the show, former Motown recording artist, entrepreneur, and author of the book, Give It One More Try, K.D. McNair. How you doing?
Good morning. I'm so glad to be on the show today, man. This is really exciting. I mean, super exciting, especially because it is Mental Health Awareness Month. And for me, you know, it's really, really personal for me. So I really appreciate you all bringing me on the show this morning.
Man, we're glad to have you. This is exciting. It's important. So let's get right into it. Give It One More Try is the title of your book. What was the inspiration behind the title?
You know, after my music career, I started going through different challenges. I started experiencing like anxiety, and it was really, really tough. So every single day I would wake up and I would tell myself, you know what, you can't give up. You got to give it one more try. You got to keep going. So I started to use a form of self-talk to push myself to not stop, to continue to try. Because sometimes when you go through things in life, you have to reverse those negative self-talks. So I took the negative self-talk and I started to create my own positive push. And that's where the title, Give It One More Try, came from. And that was years ago.
I love that. And Katie, I'm so glad that this book is coming from someone in the business, in the industry, or who was formerly in the industry, because we see so much with famous folks, celebrities dealing with mental health issues. What would you say is one of the major barriers for African Americans in getting adequate mental health care?
Well, just two things really quick as it relates to being in the industry. One of the things that put people in a rough situation is sometimes it's their perception on failure. You know, sometimes we look at failure as a bad thing when really it's a turning point for greatness.
Right.
Because a lot of times as a musician, you're focused on entertaining other people. Your whole life, you're basically trying to please people all day long. You're looking perfect. Your stage performance, you're being in the public eye. And when those things go left, a lot of times, you know, our perception of is like, you know, the world, everything is over. It's ended. There's no hope. Instead of saying, you know what, this is an opportunity for me to work on myself. And what I would say in terms of a barrier, a lot of times it's just really the shame that comes with mental health, especially now. We living in a time where if you don't appear to be perfect, or, you know, even in the social space, everything looks perfect. But the reality is we all know that no one has a perfect life. So the shame of feeling vulnerable and being judged by others is definitely a major roadblock when you're talking about mental health and getting the help that you need.
Man, we can drop the mic right there, man. That shame and embarrassment that we put on ourselves, thinking that's real right there, man. So we all busy. We all got busy lives, and we tend to put everyone else first a lot in our busy lives. So what is it, and why is it so important to put yourself first?
Well, because when you put yourself first, you activate a chain reaction. And if I work on myself, that means that my family benefits from me being the better version of myself. That means that my friends benefit. That means that at work or business, it's a chain reaction. Because when you don't put yourself first, the people around you suffer the most. So if I have a problem and I don't address the problem, that means that the people who are close to me, they suffer. And then when they suffer, they cause other people to suffer. So you would be, if you really sit back and you think about it, the chain reaction from not putting yourself putting yourself first, it's a major problem that not only affects you, but it affects everybody around you. So that's why it's important to put yourself first so that you can put the people around you first and be the better version of yourself.
All right, y'all. So we're talking to author K.D. McNair about his book, Give It One More Try for Mental Health Month. So, K.D., in your opinion, what is the key to good mental health?
The key to good mental health is you have to place value on it. You know, sometimes we place value more on things, you know, our car, our house. You know, we have to maintenance and upkeep those things. We have to start putting the value on our mental health and realizing the value of it and how it impacts your entire life. So if you value something, it means that you will take care of it. You will make it a priority. You know, you will maintenance and understand that this value in mental health will impact every part of my life.
KD, man, thank you for joining the show. Real quick, how can people find your book? How can they go get it? How can they follow you on social media? All that stuff.
You can find me on social media at The Real KD McNair. And my book, Give It One More Try, is available at Amazon. It's available where all books are sold, Walmart, Target. And please, 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 no matter what you're going through out there, just remember, it's just a turning point. If you keep going and you never give up, trust me when I tell you, the grass is really green on the other side. I know people say that, but it literally is green on the other side. So today's message, give it one more try. No matter what you're going through, don't give up.
Y'all give it up for the homie K.D. McNair, ladies and gentlemen. We got the front page coming up next, man. More Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
News headlines.
Entertainment. Sports. It's the front page on the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.
25 minutes after the top of the hour. Front page happening right about now. Maria, what's happening?
Good morning, Rock T. Good morning, RSMS family. Here's your Thursday headlines. The nation's COVID public health emergency officially ended today. Now, that doesn't mean that COVID has disappeared. However, COVID will be treated like any other transmissible disease as far as the federal government is concerned, meaning no more free testing and treatment for all. In other news, an Army sergeant who was convicted of murdering a protester at a Black Lives Matter rally in 2020 has been sentenced to 25 years in prison. Daniel Perry shot Garrett Foster at a rally in Austin, Texas, held 2 months after the death of George Floyd in Minneapolis. Texas Governor Greg Abbott has publicly said that he wants to pardon Perry. Lastly, y'all, a female traveler in Australia survived on some candy and a bottle of wine while stranded alone for 5 days in an open wooded area. The woman, identified only as Lillian, took a wrong turn and her car got stuck in the mud about 40 miles from the nearest town. Fortunately, a police helicopter spotted her car on a dirt road and she was treated at a hospital for dehydration, but is expected to make a full recovery. So, reminder to put some wine and candy in your car. I'm Maria Moore, and that's a quick look at news. Rock T, what's going on in sports?
I definitely got the candy part covered, man.
We know you got that covered.
You know what I'm saying? Golden State Warriors stay alive to force a Game 6 with the Lakers. Steph Curry doing Steph Curry things. But Draymond Green said, listen, y'all don't forget, I can get buckets if my team need me to. He got a cool 20 points. Anthony Davis had to lead a game midway through the fourth quarter. Did not return after an accidental elbow to the head. No word if he will be available to play in Game 6. If he does not play, Lakers are done. He's the X factor for the Lakers. No disrespect to LeBron James, one of the greatest of all time, but Anthony Davis is the X factor for the Lakers to succeed. As I expected, the New York Knicks survived Game 5 and beat Miami, led by Jalen Brunson's 38 points. He played the entire game by any means necessary, whatever you got to do for your team. The first team All-NBA team, Joel Embiid, Jason Tatum, Giannis Antetokounmpo, Luka Doncic, and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander out of Oklahoma Oklahoma City Thunder. Yo, Shea is a dog. If y'all don't know about Shea, y'all better do some Googling research on him. The second team All-NBA team, Steph Curry, Donovan Mitchell, Nikola Jokic, the Joker, Jimmy Butler, and Jaylen Brown. Third team All-NBA, LeBron James, Domantas Sabonis, De'Aaron Fox, Dame Lillard, and Julius Randle. It is what it is. That's 19 All-NBA teams that LeBron has made out of his 20-year career. Period. It's my sports report right there. Follow me on social media at Rock T Holla. I believe Maria got the hot spot coming up next.
The hot spot.
Drop it like it's hot. Drop it like it's hot.
So hot and that's hot. You can catch me at the hot spot. It's the BR18.
Sitting in for the Briggity Tap, Maria, handle your business.
Yes, I sure am, and this is a hot spot where we bring you music, movies, and more. So, y'all, final decision regarding Tory Lanez' guilty verdict appeal has been made. According to legal affairs journalist Megan Cuniff, a court judge recently denied the Canadian musician's request for a new trial after he was found guilty of shooting Megan Thee Stallion. He's still trying to fight the situation. Judge David Hereford handed down the ruling, saying in the end, the jury, the prosecution's case beyond a reasonable doubt. He also called out Lanez' attorneys for not mentioning any of the other evidence against Lanez when they focus on perceived problems with some evidence. Now, get this, y'all. In terms of sentencing, the deputy DA in the case says the minimum time given for a case like this is typically between 9 to 22 years.
Man.
Well, you losing sleep right now, waiting on that verdict to come down, waiting on that sentence to come down.
Yeah, and you think, you never know how your life is going to end up. You're in a car with a friend, and everything is all good. You get into an argument, and then everything that you worked for.
But it wasn't all good because they was drunk. There was a gun in the mix.
Well, at the beginning of the night, I'm pretty sure it was. Yeah. They probably didn't think that they would end up where they are now. But get this, one of Lanez's attorneys spoke on the ruling saying, my guy is a fighter, and this is only the beginning. Really?
He might be a fighter, but he better have some daggone good attorneys that can fight for him because he can't do nothing. He locked up.
Okay, honey.
You can be all the fighter you want to be. All you can do is pray, bro.
Yeah, and sometimes the fight is one-sided, so we'll have to continue to keep our eye on this one. In other news, Rihanna and A$AP Rocky's baby boy's name has been revealed. According to the Daily Mail, Riri and Rocky named their son RZA Althuston Mayers after Wu-Tang Clan member RZA.
I always liked his name, man. I always liked RZA.
No, why didn't you name your child RZA instead of Rocky?
Because I wanted him to be a junior.
There you go.
If I was A$AP, honey, there's no way that would happen in my household. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
She probably thinking about RZA all the time, honey, and named her child after him.
Oh, is that what it was?
Think about
Gary?
it. They said she wore a lot of clothes from the Wu-Tangs, honey. So
it's a cool name, dog.
It is kind of a cool name.
Jason's a cool name too. So
you better piece that T together,
thank
Gary.
you.
All right. So, lastly, if you were on social media, you probably couldn't escape the post about the kickoff of Beyonce's highly anticipated Renaissance tour. So the conversation about Beyonce being one of the greatest of all time is definitely valid at this point. Where would y'all put her?
Yeah, I don't
top
think
3,
there's a
top
question.
5, top
definitely
top 2,
definitely top 5. I mean, you got Michael Jackson and Prince, and then
Diana Ross, so top 5.
Yeah, she's top 5 for sure.
Yeah, so that experience kicked off in Stockholm's Friends Arena. According to Billboard, the singer performed all 16 of her Renaissance tracks. Who has a favorite on the Renaissance album outside of Break My Soul?
Since I'm a heterosexual male, I can't recite, but maybe one.
Yeah, we know how to sing the songs when they come on.
Yeah, I know them when they come on. I don't know them by heart. If I did, then I would probably have to have a conversation with
you know those songs. You
gotta have a conversation with your wife.
You had the doggone CD on in your car the other day.
If you can name more than 3 Beyonce songs off of one album, you are part of the community. I'm sorry.
Sir, I know you definitely can because she was performing tracks as far back as 2003. So when you think about Dangerously in Love, that album is more than 20 years old.
Yeah, that's I was tripping because she's got, 6 solo albums?
Yeah, she has 6 albums, performed songs in The Lion King, the Gift album. So she's doing big things. And
she probably don't even know how many albums she got because they said she couldn't do math well. So, I mean.
She know how to count 6 albums and all them doggone checks in her bank account.
Yeah, that part. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and wrap up the hot spot on that note. Of course, you can check out more on these stories at RickySmileyMorningShow.com. And coming up next, we have the praise mixed down with Dwight Stone. The time now is 27 minutes before the top of the hour. It's the Rickey Smiley Morning Show.